So last time with this truck, it was all cut short by dodgy wires. So I've had to take off the Dean's connectors and replace it with XT90. A little bit of my abysmal soldering, so hopefully that'll hold. I've also swapped the Kaiju arms off, or performance pack arms, depending on how old your truck is. So for those of us who've had these a while, there was no such thing as performance pack. You had to buy them from America, and they were the Kaiju arms, which is basically what I think your performance pack is. Obviously I can't, you know, test the makeup of the plastic, but they look like Kaiju arms and they feel like Kaiju arms, so that's what I think they are. I think they're made in the same factory in China, so it would follow that Team Associated have just took their arms, knowing that they're regarded as superior to the standard Team Associated arms. Anyway, that was very boring. What the problem with the Kaiju arms is that they're really flexible, which is great, but there is, I think, a limit on how long they last, and I've been using them on this truck since I bought it in December last year, or January of this year. So what's that, 6-7 months? And bashed it quite hard, but they are literally that saggy now that when you push the wheel up, the tyre is going beyond the arm, so that does that make sense? It's hard to explain it, but basically the flex on the arm is so much that when you push the tyre up, it flexes above and beyond where it should. It also twists, the arms twist across there, so where the shock absorber goes in, is attached, that stays quite rigid, but the far side where there's nothing attached to it flexes upwards, so you've got this strange flex going on. Also, because they're so flexible, when the suspension compresses, it basically creates a pivot point where the suspension arm is, so the arm bends up around the suspension, so it kind of, your suspension is working against the arm, so it's kind of taking, again, it's hard to explain, but it's kind of creating a secondary suspension almost. So basically the arm is absorbing your suspension's downforce, which means that it's not, well, I noticed it wasn't sitting up like it should, so you weren't getting that rebound off the suspension, because basically the arms were absorbing some of the downforce off the springs. So basically they wear out, long and the short of it. So it's now got blue RPM ones on, which I've had loads of these, and if you hit a curb with these on, you're screwed, because they will rip your pins out, because there's no giving them whatsoever. They're incredible, very, very solid, a bit like the stock ones, except the stock ones snap. These don't snap, but they will take your pins out. But here there's no curbs, Jesus, so shouldn't be a problem, should it? You bugger. What else have I done? Oh, the front hinge pin was bent, so I've replaced that. Got a spare one, so the little blue standard Team Associated one was bent. They're only like monkey metal, aren't they? So I've swapped one of those for a new one. Everything else was good. What a beast. Standard ESC, standard motor in this one, standard gearings, stock tyres. It's probably my favourite one. What more do you need? Whoa. What more do you need, eh? Absolute weapon. Body's had it. So if you've watched any of these videos, this is the second one of these I've owned. And all I did on this one was try and make it not break for as less money as possible. Not break for as little money as possible. So it's just had all the arms and that done really, and the knuckles, you know, and the steering hubs and stuff like that. Not steering, I don't know why I said that. It's had nothing done to the steering, it's totally stopped. The steering rack's standard, servo standard, it hasn't had a servo bypass. It's just got different arms, different so it's got armour turnbuckles, it's got different arms, it's got different hubs, it's got all aluminium hubs, you can just see the silver there hopefully. It's got them front and rear. There we go, you can't really see them but they're in there. So yeah, it's got aluminium hubs, aluminium caster blocks, armour 5mm turnbuckles, I like their 6S stuff. It's got a fan on it, a little cheap Castle fan, does the job, doesn't weigh anything. Conscious of weight on this car, always. So yeah, so basically all stock, but with strong bits where it kind of needs it. Now I know Jason Perrin's got one, and he's done nothing but put kaiju. He's done nothing but put kaiju arms on it, or performance pack arms. And I think he's even using the upgraded, what they call upgraded turnbuckles out the performance pack. But I don't think they're any different to standard, or they never did to me. Literally, I snapped one the first time I tried them. Out of curiosity, I thought I'd try one. I've not snapped a turnbuckle in years because I don't use the standard ones. So the first time I used the upgraded ones in the pack, they snapped. So I don't trust them. But for Jason, they've never failed. But for me, they have. So yeah, turnbuckles. Oh, here we go. Look, so you can see the new arms. That's the aluminium bits. Oh, look, lost my spoiler. Body's falling apart. 8 months though. Not bad going, is it? So it does seem quite lively. Notice it's wheeling a lot. Now it might be that since day one when I bought this second hand from a man up in the Peak District, a place called Leek in Derbyshire, when I bought it off him, he'd had it about, body's gone, look, he'd had it about I don't know, a month. Never used it, and so it was like new. It had the performance pack from memory in the box, and he never even fitted it all. So that's why I know about it, sort of thing. And when Wheelspin supplied it, they gave him a battery, a good battery, like a Volt 6S battery with a Dean's converter, and that's what I've always used, like a little Dean's converter. Never had any issues at all. Don't buy into all that, you know, Dean's going to blow your house up and all that sort of stuff, because I just think, well, surely they must pass some form of electrical, you know, test before they can be sold. But anyway, so I've been using the converter that it came with, and this morning I've just soldered on an actual proper XT90 or XT60, can't remember, whatever, the big one, connector. So it might be that I'm just getting a little bit more power through, because it's not being bottlenecked by the Dean's converter thing. It does seem to be shifting. You notice I've wheelied it a couple of times, which I try not to do. And it is ripping around. That ability to correct it, I don't know if you just saw that then. There's not a truck I've ever owned that can do that, where you can correct as easily as you can on this car. You can literally be nose down and a centimetre off the ground, and you can save it, because it's that responsive. It's an incredible car, just like I didn't do then. That was a nasty hit. In the space of one session, this body was fine. I've absolutely destroyed it, look. These arms make a huge difference to how it drives. See how it's dealing with those? And the way it's pitching and moving, and bouncing across onto its other arms, and that's because of the extra rigidity that those arms are giving it. They're allowing the suspension to sort of work, because it's got something hard to push against, instead of it being kind of dampened by the rubbery arms, so the steering feels a bit more precise. It's a little bit more difficult to control, because it's not spongy. There you go, look. See, that doesn't normally happen, because I think it sort of wallows more. These little things do make a difference. I say little things. Having arms that are made of rubber is going to make a difference, isn't it? Whereas these being solid. Look at that, look. Really, really good. Here we go. See, I tried to correct it then, over-corrected it, and it ended up from being like that to being like that. Jesus, that was quite far. I think that landed about here. For 350 quid. I mean, I know I spent a few pounds on all these aluminium bits, but honestly, for 350 quid, you've got a group like the MT8 group on Facebook where they'll tell you everything you need to know. There's nothing we don't know about these to make them able to do what we're doing. They're just incredible. They really are. Absolute nut job. See what I mean? Oh, Houston. We have an issue. There we go, one shredded tyre. Usual place. They always break there. Crap in it, look. Although that's probably just happened. Can't be much left in the battery. There we go, battery out. So yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? Destroyed the body, took a tyre out, but you know, had a laugh. Thanks for watching. Nice day, by the way, here. Quite warm, about 20 degrees. Warm for here, I suppose. Although I think it has been warmer. I've been on holiday, but I think it's been quite warm. But anyway, yeah, nice day. Pretty boring though, isn't it? Boring landscape. I think what it is, I think this used to be like there's like mines or something, or used to be mines or something, gravel pits or something like that. Coal mines, God knows. Something created this. There you go, a little bit of history for you. But anyway, see ya.